Welcome to Biz and Banter in the Blue Room with yours truly, Stephanie Hammond. We'll talk business strategy, have a little banter, and I hope you walk away just a little bit more inspired.
I'm so excited that you just popped into Exton, Katie Reilly. Woohoo! You hear the applause in the background? No.
I do. That happens when I walk into a room. All right.
Woo! Let's get this party started.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So how would you describe the mood in your office right now? And I'm asking because we just had our sales meeting and I highlighted some of the things in the home platform. So media, Conshohocken, Bluebell, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. Everybody is so excited. Jeff Gagan actually came into the office and we did a quick sneak peek at the new home platform.
When did he do this?
He did that on Tuesday.
Okay.
And it was packed. The agents are so excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. And, you know, technology tends to overwhelm me sometimes. This does not, which is even better. And the opportunity that this is going to create for the agents is insane.
It's pretty cool.
It's bananas.
What was everybody's favorite part?
So I think that the contact management system and how it works was the top of their favorite things.
Yeah.
They also loved, being able to create the collections and all of the different search tools for listings and the access to so many more listings than they currently have.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. Earlier this week, one of the agents had reached out and said, "Would you help me price a property?"
Yeah.
So I said, "Of course I can." And I did a CMA right through the platform. It's amazing. It looks like an appraisal. It's beautiful. It was great. So that was an awful lot of fun to do that and to show that value. It was great.
I've been so excited about, because I was a very big proponent of Moxie Present, and it is a great tool, served its purpose, just not as cohesive as it could be, which now we will have that. And just being able to click on kitchen, bathroom, living room, like that's the piece that I've been waiting for, because it's, we are in a changing market. I mean, we've been in a changing market for a while, and those homes that are in better condition, obviously, earn the price point of where we are in our area, and those that aren't don't. And to be able to quickly pull up those pictures instead of, rummaging through 40 pages of photos that you printed on Bright, it just makes it so much more seamless. And the agent comes across as more prepared too, in my opinion.
And more professional.
Yeah.
Because this CMA is elevated more than the typical normal CMA that sellers are used to seeing.
Yeah. Totally.
Sure.
So Jeff was here. Our conversation is going to be about Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Woo!
He is the best.
Yeah. So we had a discussion at the sales meeting on PAR's most recent article in AI and listing photos, right? And just getting people's opinions on that. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. The article says if you're using it to put down a toilet seat lid, that's okay. You're not changing anything of substance in the house or materially. And, the conversation was, well, what about virtual staging? Why is that allowed? Well, because it's personal property, right? That's not going to be there at the time of settlement. But if you are using AI to add a pool in the backyard or change the appliances or completely remodel the kitchen, that's not okay, right? That absolutely should not be used, regardless if you're putting a disclaimer. That's my opinion. That's what I shared.
Agreed. 100%. What I've seen more of is, and not our agents, of course, but agents covering a stain on a floor with a virtual area rug. So yes, we have to be as true in our advertising as we possibly can. There's nothing wrong with virtual staging and throwing a couch in, but we have to present the property as it is when you go to see it.
Right.
Sure.
Otherwise, we're breaking our code of ethics. One of the agents was talking about how she was doing an open house for her listing and created a photo of what the landscaping could look like and showed it at the open house. And that's okay because it's not being disseminated across the internet and it is very clearly labeled and only those people that are going to the house are seeing that. So, there are creative ways you can use it. Another agent gave an example of the agent loved the inside of the house. The outside just couldn't see past it. And she took the photo of the front of the house and changed the colors, right? Changed the colors on the front door and the shutters. That was it. And the buyer's like, oh yeah, Okay, I can get behind that. It's just so
great?
simple.
Oh my
Yes.
God. That's amazing.
But the reason I segued to AI is because the AI assistant with the home platform and how that's going to integrate for agents, that's what I showcased at our sales meeting. Just how that's going to lay out the work week, what they need to do, what the tasks are. We were playing around with that. So that was the sneak peek that I gave, was the AI assistant. So it was exciting.
And to piggyback
Yeah.
on that, with going back to the open houses for a minute, having that mobile app with you when you host an open house and having the ability to talk to a consumer at an open house and be able to pull up your mobile app,
Yeah.
be able to use your AI assistant and be able to immediately from that open house send listings and even more listings than they're currently getting to a consumer in the hopes of turning them into a client.
Absolutely.
Which is incredible because in the past we have finished up our open house, we've gone home, we've started dinner, and then potentially later on that night or the next morning is when we send listings to
Doing the
those
follow-up.
consumers that we want to convert into a client. Here, the consumers are going to walk into a Coldwell Banker open house and receive immediate gratification,
Yeah.
which is just incredible.
And it, again, saving agents some time because, agents might walk into an open house or they're preparing for their own open house and creating a flyer that has, here's a QR code for this, here's a QR code for this, here's a QR code for this, here's a QR. You just send it to them right there. Like, and not eliminating that step from the consumer as well, where they can just boom, start giving them some value right up front.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so great. It's funny because a lot of agents have said to me lately that other brokerages are reaching out and saying, "Are you confused by the consolidation of brokerages?" And they laugh and they say, "Confused? No, I'm so excited."
Am I supposed to be?
Right? They said, we're so excited for this consolidation because our offices, our individual units,
Right.
run in such a collaborative manner where everyone is so good to each other and they all work together. However, we have this billion-dollar platform behind us. We have this huge corporation behind us that provides all this tremendous support to the agents. So it really is the best of both worlds
Absolutely.
that we're entering into right now. It's really exciting and no confusion, no confusion over here.
Am I supposed to be? I don't know.
It's crazy town.
Well, and I'm a strong believer and it comes from the top down, right? And we were just talking about what you were doing this morning, right? You're at Orange Theory. Katie's a badass if you don't know that. We all know each other on a personal level. Corinne brings that in for our team and that's how we function. We're taken care of as employees of the company so that we can create those collaborative spaces for the agents and hopefully not cause confusion. I mean, listen, there's confusion all over the place with AI and which tool should I use and where should I go for this and technology and all this good stuff. And quite frankly, this platform integrating our tools and making it Coldwell Banker, that's just going to eliminate confusion.
It is. It's great. And I've never worked somewhere where not only in our individual offices do we have this collaboration, but you're right. As managers, we're all friends and we share ideas and we take the ideas that we share and we bring them back to our agents. Well, our agents, you have agents in Exton that are really close friends with agents in Bluebell and media and, everywhere across the board, we have in our region that cross collaboration, which is really, really cool because it is, real estate can feel like you're on an island. And I don't think our agents feel like they're on an island.
No. And if they do, they need to come talk to one of us right away. Right away, because something else is going on. And the beauty of Coldwell Banker Realty is you can walk into any Coldwell Banker Realty office and boom, Wi-Fi is the same. The admins have the same, similar knowledge base. I don't want to ever say anybody's the same, but they understand our tools and our programs. And, I always tell agents at other brokerages that we are a company of people support. Every brokerage has things. Every brokerage has tech and tools and programs. Everybody does. And if they don't, run really quickly. But we have the people to implement or integrate that strategy into whatever your business looks like because everybody's looks different.
And everybody's skill level is different.
Absolutely.
So there are some agents where we give them the tools and systems and they run with it.
Yeah.
And they're fine and they don't need the help. Then you have agents that really want their hands held. We have it
Great.
all. Whichever you want to do, we got it.
All right. Can I throw you on the spot? What's the weirdest thing an agent has asked you recently?
Oh gosh. I don't know. Let me think about that.
I'll give you one.
Give me
The agent sent me a picture and said, I need to talk to you about this. And it was a contract on a napkin. And it was, I knew you'd appreciate this. I know. It was a for sale by owner, and it was her buyers that went out and they said, we saw this house, but don't worry, we wrote a contract. Okay, well, send it to me. And it was, the names of both parties. It was the addresses, and we will purchase this home on such and such a date. And that was it. Literally, that was it on the piece of paper.
Did we implement a standard agreement of sale?
No, because now they don't want it.
Interesting.
Yes. So
interesting. That's crazy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Our agent didn't write the contract. So now that they want to back out, the for sale by owner wants to go after them. Well, anybody can sue anybody for anything at any time. We know that.
Which is nice that we don't have a deductible for ours and emissions.
It's true. It's a big deal. I was talking to an agent at another brokerage, and they said, well, you know what? I would love to come to Coldwell Banker, but right now I'm in the middle of a suit with whatever is happening. The agent didn't do anything, right? It's just being named. And I asked them how much they had to pay, and it was $3,500, which is wild to me.
It's funny when I speak to either new to business agents or agents from other brokerages that are looking for a change. I really mention that errors and emissions and what it would cost them. And agents don't think of it, and other brokerages don't bring it up because you're not going to get sued. Well, anybody can get sued for anything. It can happen. And do you want to be somewhere where you're fully indemnified, or do you want to be somewhere where it's going to cost you anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000 just to defend yourself when you did nothing wrong? And it hurts my heart when there's those big deductibles, for sure.
Yeah. No.
You know what I feel like? I feel like there's, we are in a shifting market. And I feel that agents who are newer with, since 2020 taught how to negotiate.
Yeah.
We are seeing inspections. We are seeing longer days on market. We are seeing where buyers have an expectation of a certain value when it comes to an appraisal. So not everywhere. And every market's a little different.
Sure.
But as things shift, I think that it's important to get back to the grassroots of negotiating and knowing that a good negotiation is when both parties feel like they can live with the outcome,
right,
and that there's not that built up resentment. And I think agents need to give themselves a little bit of grace right now because it is shifting.
Yeah.
And where, a few years ago or even 6 months ago, a house that's sitting a little longer would have sold in 5 minutes with the buyer giving their firstborn in a quart of blood, and we're just not really there with every single house anymore. And
there's
they
just
need
pockets.
and they need to give themselves grace, and they need to understand that it's the market tells us, not the individual agents.
Right. The market was easy 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Easy in the sense of we knew it was going to sell. We're going to get to the deal to the table. It might not have been easy time-wise and because it was hectic and COVID and all these other things. But now the business is where the business usually is.
Yeah.
You have to work for it.
Yes.
It's not just going to come to you. And it's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. Cream always rises to the top. I know as cliche as that is. And there's no better place to be than Coldwell Banker. I might be a little biased, but I think you'd agree.
I do agree. And yes, you probably are a little biased. And know that I'm biased because I have been around. I've been licensed since 2003, and this is the fourth brokerage where I have hung my real estate license. And I can truly say, when I look at my other experiences as an agent in the other three brokerages, that this brokerage puts the agents first. In the other brokerages, while there were tools and systems and support, there truly were, the the mindset of the company was, well, we're the company and we need to make a certain amount of money and we're going to put the company's needs first.
Right.
Where Coldwell Banker says, we're going to put the agents first and we are going to do what's best for the agents. And I believe that when you do the right thing, the money comes. And that's how I treated my business as an agent. I didn't get so caught up on an individual paycheck per listing or per buy side.
Right.
And I think that Coldwell Banker's mindset is when we treat our people right, the money will come. And that's been my experience. So, yes, I'm biased, I guess, towards Coldwell Banker.
How long have you been at Coldwell Banker?
But 9 years.
9 years. Okay.
And 5 years as a branch manager.
Okay. I'm hitting 12 years in August. And I will say that nothing solidified exactly what you're saying in not just putting the agents first, but also putting the employees first. Because when we went through 2020, and not to bring that up, but that is just, that's a pivotal moment in history and for different reasons for different people. But the way that I felt like the company wrapped its arms around us to take care of us so we could take care of the agents. And I'm getting goosebumps, as lame as that sounds. Like, literally, you can see them on my legs. And it's hot in here, so it's not because I'm cold. That psychological safety was there. And there were so many people that I talked to, friends of mine in different states and across different industries and different companies that didn't have that same feeling. And it was a scary time, but I felt like the company did everything that it possibly could to protect their people so that we could walk into the office every day or not walk into the office every day, put a mask on and protect our people as much as we could. And that's goes back to the beginning. It comes from the top down.
It does. And, for me, trust and loyalty is truly very, very important. And I trust the company.
Yeah. And that's huge.
It's huge.
There are a lot of mergers that have happened over the last few months. Let's go back to January 9th, because that's when Anywhere Real Estate and CIH merged. What was your first reaction?
Huh.
That sounds like a Katie reaction.
This is interesting. But honestly, I would rather be merging than not merging, especially looking at in just a short 6 months, the real estate landscape has changed in such a short period of time. Real estate's always changing. What I love about real estate is that I can learn something every single day. Every single day there's something different, because you could have the same house and with the same issues, you could sell it 100 times, but the human beings in those transactions are going to be different. So it's going to be different every single time. So the last 6 months, I feel, have been quick moving changes as opposed to the normal, slower real estate changes. And I'm grateful that we are on this side of it for sure. But you're right. At first I was like, I wonder what that means for me. But again, it goes back to the trust.
Sure.
So where I was like, I also thought, I remember saying to Corinne, no, it's good. You don't have to talk to me too long about this. I trust you.
Yeah.
When Corinne was reaching out, having conversations, I said, we're good. I trust you.
We're going to figure it out. Whatever comes our way.
Whatever comes our way. You adjust. That's real estate. You have to.
It's life.
You got to keep
life.
moving.
I know. My first reaction was, holy shit, that was fast, because it wasn't supposed to happen until November or December. And I was like, all right, let's go. Let's put on our seatbelts and boom, move forward. And that's exactly what's happened.
So Coldwell Banker has a reputation that took decades to build. Do you see this merger strengthening that rather than diluting it?
So 120 years, right? 1906, come this August. I only remember that because that's my birthday, my anniversary, and also my work anniversary here. So everything good happens in August. I see it strengthening it because when you look at the back end tech, that's something that we as a company have struggled with. And, just for somebody like myself, I'm on all the product advisory boards and, feedback and all that stuff. So I've seen so many different iterations and different directions the company was going or tried to go or testing. And I feel like with having the seamlessness of this program in the background to lay the foundation for the tools and the programs that we have, like the listing concierge and the perks club, that's only going to give time back to the agents. Great, but it also gives time back for us to support the agents. That's what we are, as a brand of support. So if that's going to give us more time back, that's only going to strengthen who we are as Coldwell Banker, who our that's our culture. I mean, same for marketing, right? For the marketing team, rather than having 12, 15 different places to go, if you've got this one place that has it all integrated seamlessly, it's going to give us all more time to support our agents as well. So I only see it as strengthening, and culture's important. We both did a session on it at Gen Blue, and culture is a strategy, and support is such a huge component of that. And when you can take that tech and make it work for your people that you're supporting as well as yourself, it's only going to strengthen everything.
It's funny. On Tuesday, during our Bluebell Conshohocken sales meeting, the agent said, Coldwell Banker has had this amazing culture, and we have this amazing production. And now we have this amazing technology to go along with it. So that was the agent's takeaway from all of this, is that now, we always had the culture, we always had the production. We have highly productive agents.
Yep.
But now we have this amazing technology that is just going to elevate their production even higher than they thought possible.
It's so true. And I said the other day, I wrote this down, and I hope I don't get fired for it, but we like to have fun, but we get shit done. And I want to put that on a shirt. If anybody listening wants to make me a shirt, I'll gladly take it. I'm a large. It's so true. And to have this piece again, to just support all the way around, right? It's what real estate should be, quite frankly. When you think about how you order on Amazon, how you go through that entire process, you can see where the car is. They're 3 stops away, coming to your house, right? So you're 3 pieces of paperwork away from this, or 3 days away from this, and just having that step by step, it's just going to be great for everybody around. That's not to say everything is perfect, right? Because nothing is.
Life
And
never
I'm not doing the rose-colored glasses, but I mean, I'm just excited for this.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Isn't that a song? I feel like that's I wanted to break out in song, but I will not.
So what do you think that the best opportunities are for the agents over the next 12 months?
Get their systems in place. And the first step with that is their database. And I'm sure agents are tired of hearing me even say that word. I said at the sales meeting on Tuesday, I'm going to say this so many times, you're going to want to slap me in the face. It's literally what I said to everybody. But that is the lifeblood of your business. And there's going to be no excuse come September 1st to not have your ish together with your database. And there's so much opportunity with that. Just, not even getting into the home platform, but setting yourself up for success. Your sphere, your database, that is the lifeblood of your business. And you should be getting a 10% return on whatever that number is. We know that. We've heard that stat forever. All that to say, get the addresses in. And I know this is getting granular. Get the home addresses in, have the email address, have the phone number for every single person that knows you, likes you, trusts you. Get it in. And if you need help with that, that's what our admins are for. That's what we're here for. But thinking ahead to the home platform, having all of that information is going to set your business so far apart. We are not going to have to go back and scramble to try to piece things together. Let's hit the ground running on September 1st, have that ready to go, get it in the system. The opportunity is going to come with that. Like you were talking about collections, and there's the likely to sell score that will be on those people that you have in your database. There's just so much opportunity to become more organized. And the theme of Exton and Wilmington this year is treating your business like a VIP, very intentional pipeline, treating your people like very important people, treating yourself like a very important person because you are the CEO of your business. There's not a better opportunity than right now to start organizing that, to give yourself that opportunity come a year or 18 months from now.
Agreed. That's what we've been pushing, is clean up your database.
Yeah.
Look at your buyers and their needs, see what they are, clean that up, make sure that information is accurate, have everything ready to go so that, yes, like you said, hit the ground running.
Yeah.
That's what I need from my agents right now. Clean up your database.
That's
Most
it.
important thing.
You're on the beach. Great. Open up your laptop, do some boring into admin work. I mean, listen, you have to do the heavy lifting, right? There has to be something that you're putting into this. And that's the biggest piece, is cleaning up the database. As boring as this conversation just turned on that, it is invaluable. It sure did. So that's anything else you need from your agents right now. Like, is that what showing up to you looks like from your agents?
I need them to come at this with an open mind.
Okay.
I promise them that this will be amazing for them and their business.
Yeah.
And just be ready to go and ready to help and ready to engage. And we're going to do this and it's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
It is.
It's going to be great. And it's just, I should have saved VIP for next year, but that's all right. I already have something else that's cooking for my theme. So one last question. You've been with Coldwell Banker for 10 years.
9.
Just kidding. You've been with Coldwell Banker for 9 years. You've been in the BVP role for 5. What do you wish you knew in the beginning of taking on this role?
This role?
Uh-huh.
What do I wish I knew?
You asked me that a few months ago, so I was like, now it's your turn.
No, I asked you what would have made the role easier for you.
Oh, I heard it differently.
Did you?
I guess.
I don't know. What do I wish I knew? You know what I wish that I had leaned more into? The support that I have for me.
Okay.
So, I think like any realtor, I have this, I'm going to do everything myself. And that was how I approached the position initially. And I realized very quickly that I was not on an island,
Yeah.
First in Bluebell and then moving into Conshohocken and Media. I'm not on an island. I
Yeah.
have the support of not only our marketing team and Corinne and all of the managers.
Mhm.
So I do have that support. And it goes even further than that. The RSS team is amazing.
Yep.
And the agents, when I need their help, they show up. So that's what I wish I knew. I wish I knew that I didn't have to do it all on my own. So where I was preaching the collaboration, I should have realized that I
Yeah.
could lean on other people. And that, knowing that and collaborating more and taking the help and the support around me has made me more successful.
I love that. I do need to ask you one more thing, though.
Yes.
I know you live in Montgomery County.
I do. Lower Montgomery County.
You're sorry you pop by, didn't you? Aren't you?
All the way to Exton? I know. The turnpike was a hot mess this morning.
I love when Katie's face pops in the office. What's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be in Montgomery County. I mean, it can be anywhere.
Well, I used to like Iron Hill, but they closed.
Okay.
Ooh, I like the Cage.
Oh, is that on Trooper?
I don't know here,
Okay.
but there's one in Huntington Valley. I like that a lot.
Okay.
The Cage is a lot of fun.
Okay.
And
it sounds like, go ahead.
I like the crow, the copper crow. That's what it's called. I like the copper crow and Horsham.
A bird theme you've got going on here, but just the Cage.
Yes, I do. That's so weird.
If any of my Florida friends are listening from circa 1998, 99, just remind me if there's actually a club called the Cage, because I think there was in West Palm Beach somewhere. But anyways, I don't need to show my colors with that. Well, thanks for popping in and agreeing to have a conversation.
It's been fun.
Any words of wisdom you want to impart us on?
No, I think we've talked a lot.
Great. And cut. Boom.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, share it with a friend.
Remember the Karate Kid, Elizabeth Shue and Ralph Macchio?
Yes.
And then if you watch their kissing scene, her head is so much bigger than his. That's what I feel like when Sam and I take selfies. So now he's like, I don't want to use the word trained, but he said he's trained himself to like move forward more on selfies so we don't look like that anymore. So that's what I feel like every time I'm setting this up. I'm like, how big is my head?
That is so funny.
Is it? All right, it's hot.
If you have a big head, it means you just have a really big brain.
I don't know if Sam would agree with that.